What's up? Hope everybody's having a good Saturday night. Welcome to another episode of TreeCityTrading. I am your host, Wes. Let's get the music right. Hope everybody's having a good time. Say what's up to the chat. What's up, Varying Viewpoint? What's up, Penny? What's up, Ernest? Glad you guys all made it. Welcome, welcome. So as always, let's start out with Bitcoin on the daily chart here. And yeah, it's still kind of, we're kind of moving sideways still. It's not really playing out in the upward wedge that we drew, but I think we can kind of adjust this here, make it a bit longer. Give it some time to cook. It's kind of the theme right now. I do still think we're going to break to the upside unless some crazy news comes out, but right now we're just still kind of treading sideways, seeing how this is going. Our falling wedge on the RSI is breaking out a little bit, so that's good to see. Hopefully it gets another move up to the upside. It's got quite a ways to go still, so that it has some room to run. So we'll see what happens there. Let's head over to Crypto Bubble, see how we're doing on the day. I haven't really looked at the charts today, so this is going to be good for me. See Flow up 23%. I wonder if they got some news over there. We got Injective Protocol up 7%. FTT's down 16% after the huge pump over the last few days. We got XEC Zcash. They had a huge pump yesterday as well. I bet if we zoom out on the week, yeah, they're still 50% up on the week, but they came down a little bit off that big news. A lot of these old coins are pumping right now because of the ETFs. They seem to have the staying power and they're more decentralized, so they're going to get approval first. But who wants to buy Litecoin? You know what I mean? Who wants to buy Bitcoin Cash? You can see what shirt I'm rocking today. The Pulsechain shirt. That's pretty funny. So yeah, we mentioned Bitcoin Cash, that's down 7%. Pulsechain down 7%, Hex down 7%. These were all big movers yesterday, so everything's just kind of cooling off right now. Go ahead and scroll down. We can take a look at what's moving to the upside here. Flow. I wonder what's going on with Flow. I'm not sure. I haven't heard any news. But they've pumped from 5 cents all the way up to 7 cents. That's pretty nice. What's moving to the downside? FTX, Ecash. Everything that pumped yesterday, basically. It's taking a cool off today. Come over to CoinStats. Let's take a look at our, we'll go to the TreeCityTrading US site. Take a look at our portfolio. We did the DCA yesterday. Shouldn't be changed too much. We were up, so yeah, we're up about $15. So after 7 weeks so far, we put in $700. We're up 20 bucks. So not huge moves. We're definitely in a kind of a bear market sideways movement. Sorry, I'm having some issues with my cable. Give me 1 second. I'm all tangled up here. Sorry about that. There we go. Anyway, so yeah, we're about $25 up on Bitcoin, so Bitcoin continues to pump. I'm glad we bought the dips when it fell down to 25K a couple weeks ago. And yeah, things are looking good. What's down the most? Cardano's down the most. And that was, you know, we bought a bunch right before the SEC announced that Cardano's a security. Of course, who are they to say that? They can say it till they're blue in the face. That doesn't mean it's true, but of course the markets reacted like they did. Everyone's expecting litigation like the XRP lawsuit. Hopefully Congress will step in and save the day, but anyways. So what's happening? It's July 1st, the first of the month. So that means I have a bunch of Zen to claim today, so that's pretty fun. Why don't we get right into it? Let me make sure I'm all good here. We'll start off the show claiming some Zen NFTs. How about that? Okay. And this will be my first time trying the new Zen interface. They upgraded the website, so it's a little smoother now. You can see it pulls up my ENS name here, so that's kind of cool. TreeCityWest.eth. What's up, Leo Max? Welcome, welcome. Hope you guys are having a good Saturday night. We're just chilling. Got a lot to talk about today. But I forget where I have Zendu. Actually, that's a good point. We can head over to Zenmon. This is an awesome tool. Shout out to, I think his name's Steve and his team. Definitely donate to them. Awesome tool. All you have to do is pop in your wallet address. You don't even really have to connect your wallet if you don't want to. But you can just grab your wallet address here, pop it in. So let's see. Maybe. Might be this RPC. I've been having all kinds of issues with the Ethereum and the Pulsechain and the Polygon RPCs lately. I've been having to manually put in different server addresses. Release that alpha, brother. It's not even alpha yet. Wait, we're just working on a concept. Gotta get the concept straight first. I'm not even sure if it makes sense, but we do got something brewing we'll talk about in a little bit. But let me see here. Give me 1 second. Don't think I have any on ETH. I don't think I have any on BNB. Yeah, those are all coming next year. But Polygon, I'm pretty sure we have a couple. Swing over to Polygon with my 9 Matic. And this is what I mean when the RPC is messing up. It's not giving me, like, it can see my token IDs, but it's not processing the images or like the data. It's kind of weird. So if I come over here and I'll switch it from the one that MetaMask recommends to one that I put in manually. This one down here. Give it a refresh. Same thing. And Polygon's been the worst one, honestly. I've gone through 4 or 5 different networks trying to find one that actually lets me connect. And it's weird because I can do some things, but it just doesn't let me see NFTs, or specifically this NFTs. I don't know if like they're blocking it at a certain level, or they're just not processing certain data or something, but maybe it is the site. Let me switch, we'll switch over to Avalanche. I know I have a couple there as well. Yeah, see, it loads right up for Avalanche as a solid RPC. So it looks like on Avalanche, we're only claiming 150 million Zen. That's not much at all. This was a short mint I made 37 days ago. It's right when I started messing around with DB Zen on the other chains. For the first couple months, I was only doing DB Zen on Ethereum. Then I decided to branch out and experiment with the other chains. That's when I started doing these short mints. So you'll see I have the mints kind of layered every 2 weeks for months and months, if not years. 223 to claim, that seems a bit steep. Alright, redeems NFT and mint Zen. Zen torrent redeemed successful. Alright, so now we got 150 million Avalanche. I don't think that's much at all, but if you're not familiar, the DEX over on Avalanche is Trader Joe. It's a solid project. They got their own token too. It's a pretty good project. So we can swing over here. The best spot to grab it is DEX Screener. So we'll actually come over to DEX Screener. We're gonna grab the MZen contract address. Jesus. I'm sorry, the best place to grab the contract address is on the official website. But I think think they make it pretty easy. On the struggle bus here. Let's go. Nothing wants to work for me. Maybe it's my internet. I heard Amazon AWS is having all kinds of issues right now. It's probably just me though. Yo, yo, what up, KC James? Welcome, welcome. Hope you guys are having a good Saturday night. It's the first of the month, so we got a bunch of Zen to claim. So just hanging out, claiming Zen, talking Zen ecosystem, getting ready for the VMPX mint. I've kind of decided like I'm going to start holding on to my liquid Zen, but I may have to liquidate some so I have more ETH ready for the VMPX mint. But we'll see what happens there. Oh, I see what I did. I'm on Avalanche and I grabbed the contract for MZen. So we're looking at 0.2 AVAX, which, what is that? That's probably $2. Yeah, $2.60. So I paid about $4 to create that ZenFT. I got about $2.60. That's why you shouldn't do short Zen mints. Unfortunately, there's not a claim monitor over on Avalanche like they have for the other chains on Zen Turbo. But I just wanted to set up a ladder of mints, you know, so I did one every 2 weeks. Those early ones may not be profitable. This one obviously wasn't, but eventually, you know, once we start getting further and further out, they'll start to be more profitable. So let's see. I think we got a couple on Phantom. Phantom, man. Poor Zen on Phantom. Had a question regarding the 333 auctions. Do you think the same thing that happened with DBZen lobby will occur in 333, or the whales will get a bunch of XN after and run up, and after a run up will dump? I mean, I definitely, I don't know if it'll dump. It is gonna have an interesting dynamic when there's a lot of tokens being released. I still need to do my homework, to be honest. I have to go back and I've watched that Zen2 video about twice, but I usually watch it when I'm in bed, so I kind of catch like the first half hour and then I drift off. So I really need to go through and take some notes. I'll probably make a video for it tomorrow. I have a couple ideas for videos lined up. I've just kind of been focused on bitmaps and VMPX, so I haven't really wrapped my head around the 333 auctions yet. I think last night I mentioned that they were only doing ETH, which is now incorrect. I wasn't aware of that until last night. So we'll dive into that for sure. We're definitely going to take some notes and make some videos about the auctions, but man, we got the VMPX mint in 3 days. I'm so pumped for that. That's going to be fun. We'll definitely be live streaming for that. That'll be a good time. That'll be a long stream. I got some alpha for you, KC James, too. I've been in the kitchen cooking up some ideas here. But let me get through these Zen mints and then we'll talk. So we got 2 over on Phantom. We're gonna get like 260 million Zen. And honestly, on Phantom, I'm just kind of putting it back in DBZen and burning it. That's really all. The Zen's so cheap over there. There's not much you can do with it, really. But if you're not aware, my preferred DEX over on Phantom is Spooky Swap. So just like we did a second ago, I'll come over to DEX Screener, grab the FM Zen contract, pop it into Spooky Swap. Now you can see how much faster this is than the other EVMs. I mean, I just hit that button and it works. Phantom's been a really nice network. It does get some congestion when it gets busy, but when there's not, it's fast. You know, see, I just claimed those so quickly. So I think I paid $1 each, and those are 50 cents. So again, short mints, not advised. Definitely a learning process. But I'll probably burn this in DBZen, get a little bit of DBZen back, and just kind of let that cook. Let's go check it out, see if we're earning anything on our DBZen over there. So we got about 2,000 DBZen. I've earned about 7.5 fees in the last week. So that's cool. What chains are you minting in? Phantom, AVAX, Polygon only. I got some on Binance Smart Chain. I got some... ETH is my main one. I've been doing the most on ETH. From day one, I was on ETH. The other chains are kind of newer for me. I've really only started in the other chains since April and May, but I've been on ETH since day one. Pulsechain, I also have a bunch on Pulsechain. I think I have 3. There's a day where the sort was goofed up on the site, and I didn't think my mints for today were going through, so I think I have like, oh yeah, I have 2. So that's kind of funny. Alright. So we got about almost 80 million Zen here. I probably put the most in, other than Ethereum, probably Pulsechain, just because I had all that pulse that I sacrificed in Pulsechain. I sacrificed quite a bit, so I had a bunch of Pulse and PulseX, and I turned that all into Pulse. Not all of it. I still have some PulseX, but I turned all my Pulse into Zen Mint, so I have a bunch of Zen NFTs coming on Pulsechain. You can see at 44 here, which is probably the most. And since I've sacrificed that money, it didn't really feel like real money, you know? It was just kind of like, oh, I wasn't expecting to get that back, so once I had it, it was easy for me to kind of mint all that Zen on Pulsechain. I'm really excited for DBZen too. That's going to be exciting once they launch. All right, so this was an early mint, but this was early in Zen too. This might have been a day one. The C rank is under 500,000. 3,000 amp. 10 VMUs, so what's that going for? Head over to PulseX. What's up, Louis Lips? Happy 4th of July. What up, Howler? Welcome, welcome. Yeah, I can hear fireworks going off downtown right now. It's crazy. But let's see here. What am I doing? So I got about $5 in Pulse for 2 mints. That's nothing. I think I paid way more than that. I probably paid about 100,000 Pulse each for those mints, and I'm only gonna get 52 back, so that kind of sucks. But that's what you get for doing short mints like I did, only 10 VMUs. And that's when the gas was going crazy. Everyone was wondering what the hell was going on. I thought I was a genius. I was like, oh man, I'm gonna do these short-term mints and then I'll have the Zen early. And then, you know, it was kind of a bad idea. I also wasn't doing, since the gas was so high that those first few days, I wasn't doing max mints. So that's why I have all these 10 VMUs. And then as time passes, I started doing the max mints, the 128s. So that was kind of my strategy on Pulsechain. So did we get those? Oh, maybe I do have a little more coming then. Or maybe it's just being slow as shit. Do any of you guys, you Pulsechain guys, anybody mess with Daytona Finance? I thought about doing their pools, but I'm kind of weirded out by that kind of stuff. I don't like custodial staking. I'll do on-chain staking and stuff, but they kind of freak me out a bit. But I just have a bunch of Zen sitting here, so I was thinking about putting it in their pools. I'm not sure if those guys are legit or anything. Let me know if any of you guys are using Daytona Finance. Let's go check them out. I heard about these guys through Trevin, the More token. I think they have a pool over here, which is pretty cool. But see, when it's kind of cartoony and like cheesy like this, I mean, that looks cool. Don't get me wrong, like that's tight, but it's so degen. Like it kind of looks like these guys are gonna take all my money, is what. But they have these pools that are way better than Pulsechain. You can put your More Pulse LP in here and earn 90% APR on their platform token. Let's check out their platform token. I wonder if it's how that's performing. Should we look at the Tony USDC? I got nice liquidity, over 200,000 in liquidity. That's kind of what I'd expect a reward token to look like, though. Yeah, see, we were looking at it back here. It's actually... So it did fly up from where we were looking at it, but it came back down. It's about where it was. No, I know. So I think this is the Zen Classic. This isn't P-Zen. This is the original Zen, the Zen Classic. I don't think they do the P-Zen unless they added it recently. But like 400% for staking dollar coins. I mean, that's... Or Pulse USDC or 300%. Rates on PulseX are garbage compared to this. But I think it's way more risky, so I don't want to do it. I think that's everything I minted. We never got to Polygon, did we? Now we gotta find one that's working. Polygon is the worst. Or maybe I'm the worst with Polygon, I don't know. See, it connects to the site, it'll load the token IDs, but it's about 50-50 on if I can actually see the information. Oh, there we go. Okay, cool. Yeah, we only got one over here. So that's about 384 million Zen. All short-term mints are used for educational purposes only. Honestly. That's funny. All will be burned, that's for sure. So then over on Polygon, they actually have a couple different dexes, but I think everyone uses Uniswap. I think that is the best best Zen pools on Uniswap. I know QuickSwap is another popular one, but I've never looked at the Zen pools over there. So that mint probably cost me about 4 Matic to make, got 3 Matic back. So I'll just hold on to the Zen, you know, hopefully the Zen will appreciate over time. It'll be worth more Matic and then I'll have my initial back. Or I'll end up burning it. I'll probably end up burning it in one of the projects. I wonder how Zen Shiba's doing. I know that was the thing last week. Are they holding up? Up 6% on the day. That's a good sign. Oof. That's okay. No, they're doing pretty good. I just hope nothing happens with the DV Zen. I'm sorry, the M Zen in there. That's good though. They haven't rugged at least. Gotcha, Penny. That's cool. Alright, I think I've claimed everything. Cool. Or wait. No, yeah. I think we're good. I think we're good. Okay. So now that we took a look at that, let's go take a look at the bitmap, see what's happening in the world of bitmaps. Shout out to you guys. Thanks for liking and retweeting the stream. Hope you guys like, subscribe, and share. We're just hanging out. But let's see what's popping with the bitmaps real quick. I don't know why. I always want to call it Cardinal's wallet. Alright. So the floor price is down a little bit, but that's expected. Is there still volume? People still buying and selling bitmaps? Yeah, as recent as 5 minutes ago. So that's cool to see. People are still trying to get their hands on some. This 5-digit sold for 302. And then this 850 or 80,050 sold for 202. That's pretty far up there. That's kind of wild. 002. It's basically 003. I have to pull out the calculator. So that's not as much as I thought. It's still $100 though for something that cost you $1.50 to make. That's pretty wild. If you had to choose between a big bag of Polygon Zen or Phantom Zen, which would you prefer to hold in the 333 auctions? That's a good question. Let's go check out Crypto Bros. It's always funny when I watch his show and he pulls up my Twitter page. So let's go do the same to him. He actually has some math that I saw. So it really comes down to the math, and I kind of figured that there'd be more volume, more price action on Polygon. Polygon Zen had that huge run up, and you know, even though the gas is cheap on Polygon, I think it's way cheaper on Phantom, so there's going to be less impact over on Phantom. But I think this order is pretty solid. Where did he have that? Might have been a couple days ago. He kind of had the math laid out, and I thought that was pretty cool. Yeah, maybe it's gone now, but I mean, this looks pretty accurate right now. You know, the Ethereum's obviously #1. I've done the most burning on Ethereum, at least a value. BNB chain's #2. That's really surprising because it's kind of manipulated over there. And not even manipulated, there's just a 1 Gwei node, so people that know how to do that have an upper hand advantage. You know, I kind of feel bad for the people that are minting at 4 and 5 Gwei. You know, that kind of really screws up the game. And you can see that on the OpenSea marketplace. You know, if you're not familiar with how to use the 1 Gwei node, you can go to OpenSea on BNB and buy Centurions that people minted for 1 Gwei. And there's a slight premium on it, but it's still way cheaper than doing it with a 4 or 5 Gwei node. So it's, you know, it's cheaper than what you can get, so you might as well go, you know, if you can't figure out the 1 Gwei node or you don't want to pay for it, you can get them off OpenSea for much cheaper than the other chains because of that little loophole there. So that's a little bit of information there. How do we buy VMPX? That's a good question. Need a wallet such as Unisat or Hero. These are both awesome wallets. I prefer the Unisat wallet. And you can actually take it over to the Unisat marketplace. Once you're on the Unisat marketplace, you can hit the BRC button, and these are all the different BRCs that they list. You can type in VMPX here. And then here's VMPX, you click on it, it'll give you some statistics about the token, when it was deployed, who deployed it. Then you can hit the trade button in the top right, and this is the VMPX marketplace. So you can see it says VMPX info, and these are basically packs of coins that people are selling. So the interesting thing about BRC20 is they're kind of like NFTs in an NFT marketplace. You're not buying an amount of coins, you have to buy them in these packs, and people sell them in these packs. And they kind of manipulate the price in a way, you know, they know if you want it cheaper or if you want a lot, they can add a premium to that. So you'll see if you want to buy more, if you want to buy 5,000 VMPX, you can pay a cheaper price of 15 cents. But if you only want to buy 1,000, you know, a fifth of that, they're going to charge you a premium, and they're going to charge you 16 cents. You can actually see the total cost in the bottom right here. So that's interesting to think, you know, if you only have $100 to spend, you might have to pay a little premium on it because people want to sell more to get more gains. You know, they don't want to split it up into 20 different things and have to pay all the transaction fees and stuff. They just want to sell it big, so they're going to sell it for bigger, for cheaper. Other place to do it is Ordinal's wallet. They also have VMPX. You can hit the search here, just type in VMPX. It'll show you the list here, and it's the same type deal. These are packs, so you can buy 4,800 at 17 cents for 0.02 Bitcoin. I think this is mine, so I was kind of experimenting. I was just selling cheap ones, or not cheap ones, small ones. So I listed this 250 VMPX for 20 cents, and it's only 250. No one's selling that smaller amount, so it's really only like I think it's $50 worth. But you have to pay a little premium because it's a smaller amount. Another place you can get VMPX is BitGet. What's cool about BitGet is you can actually withdraw your VMPX from the exchange. So you can actually buy it on here like a traditional exchange, like a KuCoin or a Coinbase, and you can withdraw the VMPX. They take a really big fee when you withdraw it because they have to inscribe it and everything, but you actually receive the inscription. So that's really cool. I think that's a really cool way to do it. I forget. Yeah, you have to make sure it's spot trading, because futures trading is paper trading. But if it's spot trading, you actually own it and you can withdraw it. You know, on MEXC and stuff, they only do the futures, or it's not a spot trade where you actually have it. They actually have it in their possession and you can withdraw it. So realistically, you could come over here to BitGet. You know, it's 13 cents on BitGet. You can buy any quantity you want. You're not kind of restricted to the decentralized marketplaces. And that's why, you know, you're kind of paying a premium for decentralization. When you use a centralized exchange like this, you know, it's not your keys, not your crypto. They could turn off the withdrawals at any times, and then you're stuck holding at any time. And you're stuck holding the VMPX. So you have to trust that they don't do that. You always want to check to make sure you can withdraw before you buy it on a centralized marketplace. But BitGet's one of them that you can get it. I've heard there's a couple, maybe Gate.io is another one. What's up, LS? Welcome, welcome. So we're just talking VMPX, we're talking Zen, we're talking Unisat. So people watch this, people have bots set up to monitor these prices. You know, if someone lists 1,000 VMPX at a discount at 15 cents, a bot will buy it and then they'll come and list it in a bigger pack up here. So there's a lot of price manipulation on these I think Magic Eden just added BRC20s too. So let's go check out the Magic Eden. Magic Eden, I've noticed, seems to have a lot cheaper prices because there's such higher volume over here. But they just added it's wild. These are all NFT Bitcoin, or Bitcoins on NFTs. And you see they have the bitmaps over here. Did they remove the BRC20s already? That's funny. They had it up yesterday, and then I saw that they had to pause it. But I figured it was just for a few minutes. Take a look at my items. You can see my Reaper still here. Got my 1501 bitmap. Ton of bitmaps. I went bitmap crazy last week. Are you just going for 2000 EVMPX or July 4th and then calling it a day? I think so. Let me pull up that spreadsheet we made last night. So this is what we were talking about last night, and I definitely want to participate, but this is probably going to be my smallest allocation of the three, and I really only have a couple $100 to spend. I might spend like a max of $500. So when you look at these, 1000 VMPX at 100 Gwei is going to cost $136. It's almost cheaper to just wait and buy it at that point. But I'd like to participate, you know, and get the guaranteed and everything. So, but when you start talking about it, if Gwei shoots up to 200, then 1000 VMPX is going to cost $270. Like, that's not worth it. You know, that's twice as much as what you're paying at 100 Gwei. So we really have to be mindful of what we're paying. You know, we want to make a spectacle of it. We want people to see Ethereum and be like, oh yeah, something's going on. Who's making all this noise? Oh, it's the Zenians, the Zen heads. They're going crazy again. You know, they're breaking Ethereum, and that's what we do. But on the other hand, I also don't want to be stupid. If I can pay at 100 Gwei, $136, I don't want to pay 273 at 200 Gwei for the same thing. So as much as I want to participate, I also want to be smart with my capital. And then you start to look at these bigger numbers, and it's just the difference is astounding. You know, at 10,000 VMPX at 100 Gwei is $1,300. 10,000 Gwei or 10,000 VMPX 200 Gwei is $2,000, over 2,000, over $2,500. That's wild. Like that's. I wish I could afford that, and I think you'll be able to get it for much cheaper after. Maybe not immediately after, you know, but I imagine there's going to be some price correction and some price discovery. So it's really all about being smart with there's going to be a limit, and you can kind of figure out the price of what VMPX should be pegged to by looking at the BRC, you know, the Bitcoin side, but we'll see. We're going to play it by ear. I'm definitely going to participate one way or another. It just depends on how much VMPX I'm actually going to mint. I might only mint a little bit and just do it to say I participated. Casey says EVMPX and BVMPX have to be pegged in price to each other too, right? Not sure how that would work. Like their prices will rise and fall in tandem as soon as the mint on July 4th is over. Yeah, that's going to depend on the bridge. So once the bridge is live, you know, that's kind of how the bridge works. It's kind of a natural arbitrage. You know, people will naturally move to the side where there's more value, and it just evens itself out. So when they're managing the bridge with the smart contract and the liquidity pools in the smart contract, it'll kind of work out the price. Yeah, it's a 1-to-1 ratio. So like if it's uneven on one side, it's going to automatically correct. You know, that's kind of how those bridges work. You know, if the price of VMPX on the Bitcoin side is way less than the price, or way more than the price of the ETH side, then everyone's going to go and switch, and it's just going to go like that, and then it'll kind of, the arbitrage won't last forever. You know, it's people are going to take advantage of it, and then it'll find its price, and then, you know, one side might go up, and then the other side will go up, and it's going to be, you know. But that has to happen with the bridge, though. If there's no bridge to move it across, if there's no liquidity to move back and forth over the bridge, no one's going to be able to take advantage of the arbitrage, and then the price won't peg. So it really depends on the bridge. I don't know if I'm ready. I don't know if I'm ready to talk about what I've been doing the last couple days. Got a little bit of alpha for you guys, though. A crypto punk over here. All right, guys, we'll talk about it. So I have been dabbling a lot in with coding Python scripts and coding Solidity, and just having a lot of fun with ChatGPT, learning how to create these different programs and stuff. Very basic stuff. You know, I'm no expert at all. But as I'm doing this, I'm kind of having some fun doing some different projects on the testnet, trying out different functions, and I kind of realized, like, I think it'd be cool to create a protocol. And I want to create a Zen burn protocol. I think that's going to be pretty awesome. And over the last week or so, we've had these wildfires in Canada. I actually live in Ohio, so these forest fires have been kind of pushing all this smoke in Ohio, and it's kind of ruining our summer. My throat's pretty torn up right now. We've had like unhealthy air quality warnings for the last couple of weeks, so it kind of inspired what I'm looking to do with the Zen burner project. So I'll be honest, I'm just kind of testing a smart contract to see if this is even within the realm of possibility. But I do have this concept, and I want to go over the concept with you guys right now. And this concept may not even be realistic. It may be bad game theory. You know, if it doesn't work, I'm not going to make it work. It has to make sense. So if this doesn't make sense, we're not going to move forward with this. So this is just kind of a plan that I'm coming up with for the XENTREE project. It's going to be the Zen forest fire, and the whole goal is that we're going to burn down Zen. We're going to do it a little differently though. So I want to add a different game theory to the Zen burning. So with DBZen and Zen Doge and these other burn projects, we've kind of noticed, especially in the side chains, that there's a bit of a liquidity problem. So as the tokens are burned, you know, it drains the liquidity out of a DBZen on Phantom or a Zen Doge on Polygon. So I thought, why don't we build that into a smart contract? Why don't we actually have a smart contract burn Zen, but actually keep a part of that Zen and then pair it with the token that it's minting to automatically fill the liquidity pool as people burn Zen. So what I'm trying to explain here is not 100% of the Zen would be burned. And I really want to launch this on Pulsechain. You know, a lot of people test Polygon first. I think that Pulsechain needs some help over there. They need some activity on the network. And Zen doesn't have any burn projects over there. There's no real way to burn your Zen unless you're making Apex NFTs. So I think my goal is to figure this out and launch this on Pulsechain just to see what we can do. But what I would like to do is have people burn batches of PZen, Pulsechain Zen, and basically kind of the same idea as DBZen. You're going to burn 5 million PZen per batch. It'll go to the smart contract. The smart contract is actually going to burn the Zen and then mint the new XENTREE. So you're getting a token in return. For every 5 million Zen that you burn, you're going to get 500 XENTREE tokens per batch. In the smart contract, it's actually going to be by batches, so you select 5 batches, 10 batches, and then it'll burn that amount of Zen, and then you'll get the XENTREE back. However, what I'd like to do is kind of skim a bit of the Zen and the tree Zen that gets minted. So you're going to get 500 tree Zen, but it's actually going to mint 550. And of the 5 million Zen that you're burning, it's only going to burn 4,500,000 of it. And then that remaining 500 PZen and that 500 tree tokens are going to be paired by a smart contract and put into a liquidity pool. And that way, anytime people burn PZen to receive the XENTREE, it'll actually strengthen the liquidity pool and it'll build liquidity. So when people are ready to take profits on XENTREE, there's actually LP already being added with every burn transaction. So that's kind of the twist on the idea that I'm trying to add. I'm still trying to figure out if this is even a viable option, if this is a good idea or if this is a bad idea. I'm definitely looking for feedback from the community, so if you guys have any ideas, if you think this is incredibly stupid, just going to turn into a huge arbitrage, or people, it's just going to be like a burn cycle, or it's going to end up pegged to the price of Zen, be all stupid, definitely let me know your thoughts. But this is kind of, I'm challenging myself to build, and this is what I'm going to build first. So this is kind of where I'm at right now. It's going to be a fair launch mechanism similar to Zen Doge. You're just going to mint your tokens. So we're going to provide a fair launch mechanism where users can burn Zen tokens to receive XENTREE tokens. The goal is to incentivize burning Zen to promote growth and liquidity for the XENTREE token. It's going to operate on a permissionless, ownerless, renounced contract, and we're going to ensure a decentralized and transparent experience. And we're going to call it the Zen tax, and it's going to be a liquidity tax. It's not going to any person. It's going back to the liquidity pool of the Zen tree Zen pair. So 90% of your burn is going to be burned immediately. 10% of the user's Zen tokens will then be used to provide liquidity for the tree Zen LP pair. This mechanism adds liquidity to the Tree Zen token and establishes a pool for users to trade XENTREE with Zen tokens. This added LP should be strengthening a project's liquidity over time. So that's kind of my idea here. You know, I hate seeing these projects that I love run out of liquidity. You know, DB Zen on Phantom's a perfect example. You know, I have 2,000 DB Zen and I love earning the rewards, but if I ever wanted to sell that, there's not enough liquidity in the pool. Now I'm going to create a 25% price impact candle, and it's going to look bad. So the goal here, I'm still trying to figure out the ratios. You know, I don't want it to be taken advantage of, but I also want it to be fair and, you know, good for the community. So maybe this ends up being 80-20 or 70-30, you know, but the point is to create this liquidity pool that is constantly growing from people burning their Zen. And then obviously the benefits of burning the Zen, we're creating increased demand and the enhanced liquidity. We're trying to incentivize burning and encourage community growth. So that's kind of where we're at right now. And this is just what I've been working on, just kind of the idea that I've had for the last few days. Definitely would like some feedback from the community if you guys have any ideas. If you think, you know, what are we going to do with the XENTREE tokens when we get them? Or, you know, what else can we add to this idea? How can we make this idea better? This isn't for me. This is for the community. So this is definitely going to be a community-driven project, and it's going to be a permissionless protocol. I'm not creating a project that I'm going to promote and I'm going to be the CEO of the project. That's not what this is going to be. This is just going to be a protocol on Pulsechain that'll allow people to burn their tokens and receive a new token that has a strong liquidity. So that's kind of where we're at. That's what I've been thinking about heavily for the last couple days. Let me know what you think. As I continue to design this and think about it, ideas might change. This might be I'm trying to imagine how the LP pool doesn't, people won't take advantage of that. Maybe they do, maybe they don't, you know, or what else can the XENTREE token be used for once it's created? You know, obviously having a strong token with strong liquidity is good. It encourages trading, you know, but what are we going to do with it at that point? So yeah. And the goal is to get it going on Pulsechain too. Shout out to Pulsechain. So I'll probably make a video about that tomorrow. I'm really just exploring the idea. I don't know where we're at or what we're doing. TreeCityTrading, yeah, that's what I'm thinking, Penny. And so it's kind of funny in addition. So if I create the protocol, you know, the token will exist. I think it'd be kind of cool to integrate that into the store. You know, maybe accept Zen and XENTREE, or maybe only accept XENTREE in the TreeCityTrading store. That could be one of the use cases, but I don't know. That sounds like a bad idea too. So what am I going to do with the tokens? I don't want to dump it on everybody, so we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Definitely want to think. It's a work in progress for sure. Yep, that's the goal. It's going to be a forest fire Zen from TreeCityTrading. It's all about you guys, though. I want to do this as a challenge to myself. You know, I want to say that I built a protocol. You know, I built a cool idea to help the ecosystem. You know, I'm not doing it to get rich. I'll participate in it, but I'm not doing it to, you know. There's going to be no team allocation. There's going to be no tax going to me or anything shady like that. Which is a whole other thing. You know, do I burn the LP tokens and then waste the protocol fees, or can we set up something where the protocol fees are automatically used to buy back the token? These are kind of the thoughts that I'm going through in my head right now. You know, maybe we stake the LP in the smart contract, and then it has a mechanism that automatically buys back the tokens once so many fees are earned. I don't think that can work on Pulsechain though, because their liquidity pools suck, but you know, just these different ideas. We're in the idea phase right now. So yeah, that's what we're doing. Let's go check out DBZen. I haven't looked at DBZen today. Oof, $3.43. Eesh. How low can this go? It does look like it made a higher low, so maybe this is starting to form a little bottom here. What are we doing up here? I mean, it's hard to say that looks bullish, but technically these are higher lows. So that's good. Look at DBZen on Phantom. That's awesome. Up 32%. Had a big buyer come in. What's a big buyer? $100? Yep. Any buys over $200? Price impact is probably way too high for that. Nope. That's okay. And that's what we're hoping to build with the XENTREE. Like, see this, the market cap's $17,000, but the liquidity is almost 1,000. Like, that's pretty. If there's 20 people that have 1,000 tokens, or $1,000 worth of tokens, only one of them can get out. That kind of sucks. Some of these smaller chains are going nuts because everyone's trying to burn their Zen on these smaller chains. I'm just gonna keep doing what I'm doing, honestly. I'll collect my DBZen divs every couple weeks. I think I'm getting like 3 ETH per day or something. So that's kind of nice. I claim it once a week, have like 20 bucks or whatever. So I have 2 zeros 5 right now. I said 3 zeros, I meant 2 zeros. So that's where we're at. Alright guys, well I think we're gonna wrap it up. Hope everybody has a good Saturday night. I'm about to go relax, play some video games. Might hop on Call of Duty or something. Definitely gonna continue thinking about this this forest fire, the XENTREE project. We're gonna burn down Zen, that's the goal. Hope everybody has a good night. Thank you for watching. We should be back tomorrow. I have a couple ideas planned for videos. I'll be recording those, and then we'll have a little live stream. Or prepping for the VMPX month on the mint on the 4th. So tomorrow we'll probably play around with the testnet if it's still up. You know, kind of go through the process of what to expect, and yeah, let's do it. Thanks again for watching. Hope you guys like, subscribe, and share. Go check out TreeCityTrading US, and have a great night. Thank you.